Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm back again with another deck review. In today's deck review, we are doing Exquisite Bold by the Expert Playing Card Company. It is said that there's only 1,500 of these decks out there, so I have a lot of pride in having these in my collection. It's a beautiful, great work of art, and you will see exactly why in just a second. Quick little thing here, this deck is quite standard. It is not meant to be the most, I guess, custom deck out there, but if you do get the chance to pick it up, I definitely recommend you do because of its rarity, and it even looks cool when you do flourishes with it. That is why it's so sought after cardists and collectors. It's not really geared towards magicians just because of how expensive the deck is, and there's not really any reveals on the box. It's just a very elegant deck of cards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to see how the tuck case looks. As you can see, the box right here has Exquisite playing cards in a very, very shiny gold metallic foil. And I love the way that shimmers throughout the whole deck of cards. On the side over here, you have First Quality. On the other side, you have Exquisite. Over here, it is Poker Master Finish. It's a little hard to see. And over here you have the Expert Playing Card Company. The back design of the cards with that beautiful gold hot stamped star in the middle. Now, I don't know what they were thinking when they were going for this back design, but whatever it was, I like it. It looks pretty cool and it enhances card flourishes. So just like the Voltige deck, this does have a sideways tuck. You open it this way. It's a little bit different. This one actually has a tab that tucks inside the box, unlike the Voltige. Looks a little more elegant. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into how the cards look. Inside the box, there is nothing. It is a plain white box. Upon opening the deck, you are greeted with this fantastic back design. Let me go ahead and talk about it for a bit here. I wouldn't know how to explain what that back design is, to be honest with you. All I can say is it is really, really cool. It doesn't really take much time to get used to. It's one of those things that you look at it once and you fall in love. It's either you think it's weird and you grow on it, or you just fall in love instantly. That gold star in the middle, it does something to me, guys. It's crazy. I've never seen that done before. I think the process was used back in the 1800s, but that is really cool to have on a back design. I mean, something that shimmers like that, it just stands out. It's pretty cool. That is the back design. Let's go ahead and talk about the faces here for a bit. This is the Ace of Spades that comes with the Exquisite Bull deck. It's quite nice. I really like it. It's simple, and I know that they use it on some of their other decks, like the other Exquisite decks. Here's the other ace, hearts, clubs. Your jokers look like that. Really unique. I think they use the same one also on the other Exquisite decks. No reveals on them. It's very simple. Spot cards look like that. It's more of a bright red. Here are your court cards. Really nice. Standard looking cards. Kind of look like they're old. It's got that old style look to it, like an old deck. Alright guys, so now that you saw the faces and the backs of the cards, we're ready to talk more about the handling aspect and who I really recommend this deck for. So we already know that the deck is beautiful, but how does it perform? So it's a weird feeling. That master finish, it's something different. You have to get your hands on it to feel it. It's got very, like the air pockets on the backs of the cards are really not there, but they are. I don't know if you can see that, but they're not really indented, so you don't really get as much slide or glide. It's a different feeling, kind of like a plastic coated card, but you still get a lot of that great handling just like you do from a deck with that air cushion finish. Your fans do come out looking pretty good. I've already been using this deck for a while now, so the finish has kind of worn out. The deck doesn't last too long, to be honest with you. This finish does wear pretty fast. It's one of those things that you just have to try for yourself. As you can see, you see some clumping there, a little bit more spread out here and not so much over here. Let's try one more of those fans. You can see how it splits there in the middle. But overall, the usage that it's given me, like I said, the finish just wore off too quick in my opinion. When you do cuts and stuff, like I mentioned, the back design visually enhanced the way your flourishes look. It just makes your eyes look everywhere, and the actual design looks pretty cool when you're doing flourishes. And your card spreads are good. Those come out even. When it comes to farrowing the deck, it is very difficult. It's one of those decks that only farrows face side up, but you still have a hard time doing it. It's not an easy task. Let's talk about the stock. The stock is pretty soft and snappy. You really don't have to break it in or strain your hands when you're doing springs, or when you do a riffle shuffle. You can feel that the stock is fairly easy and flexible. It doesn't really wear out, so you'll be fine doing your springs and your shuffles. The stock will stay the way it's supposed to. The only thing that I've had trouble with is actually farrowing the deck. Farrowing the deck does take a little bit of work, and it doesn't work with the backs. It doesn't really farrow that great. The finish wears off pretty fast, but it's a great conversation piece. It's a great addition to your collection, and it is perfect for cardists because, as I mentioned, the finish does wear off. Your fans won't look good, but I guarantee you your flourishes will look 10 times better than they do on any other deck. I recommend this deck mostly for collectors and cardists. I don't recommend it for magicians just because there was no reveals on any of the cards. It doesn't come with any double backer or gap cards. It's just what you see is what you get. So as mentioned, card collectors and cardists are the ones who I recommend this deck for. It's a pretty deck. Is it worth your money? Well, if you're a collector, it is. If you're a cardist, I don't think so. If you do find it and you're stuck between wanting it and not, and you do have the money for it, I say to pick it up because it's a great addition to your collection. So that's really all I have to say about the Exquisite Bull deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you have any deck review suggestions for me, go ahead and leave them down in the comments as well. I'll get to those as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.